Lori Kuttrer is a healthy, active wife who loves tending to her horses when she's not at her job as an information technology specialist.
I don't think you can ever prepare yourself for someone to say, I think you're infertile.
Understanding and protecting a woman's fertility depends on a delicate combination of lifestyle, medical conditions, and her partner. Added to that is the race against the proverbial biological clock. Specialists say that if women under the age of 35 have been trying to get pregnant for a year without success, there may be fertility issues to deal with. Dr. Brian Cowan is an infertility specialist at the University of Mississippi Medical Center.
The most common causes of infertility in women are first, endometriosis, second, tubal disease, third, ovulation defect.
Chlamydia, a sexually transmitted disease, if left untreated, can also lead to fertility problems. However, it and the most common causes of infertility in women can be diagnosed through a series of tests and may be treatable. Even before testing takes place, women can be on the lookout for signs that may point to fertility problems.
Keep track of her menstrual calendars. If the menstrual cycles are 35 days or longer, she needs to call that to the attention of her doctor really fairly soon.
I'm Dr. Danker. Nice to meet you.
Hi, Dr. Danker.
Since age is a leading factor in fertility, women who are over 35 and have been trying to become pregnant for 6 months or more may want to visit their OBGYN. Dr. Mark Denker is a reproductive endocrinologist who specializes in infertility in Boca Raton, Florida.
As women get older, their fertility goes down. And by the time a woman is 37, she's lost about 80% of her eggs.
And I'll tear this off and I'm going to give it to you.
Once infertility has been identified as the problem, there are several treatment options, but they can be very expensive, and many insurance companies don't cover the costs. Although statistics vary, on average, women account for 55% of the fertility cases. Male problems account for 20%. In the remaining cases, it's either the couple's complex problem or no specific reason is found at all. For Dahlia Berlin, owning her own interior design business in Miami was just one of her lifelong dreams. She also wanted to have a large family.
I wanted a large home. I wanted all the kids. I want to live right near the school. I want the kids to come here and play. I want to have the children.
But 5 months after they were married, Dahlia's husband Charles was diagnosed with Hodgkin's disease and needed to undergo chemotherapy, a medical cancer treatment that often results in sterility.
After the biopsy, doctor told us we're going to get chemotherapy. We're young, and if we're interested in having kids, we need to go ahead and right away freeze some sperm.
Although they took what they believed to be appropriate measures, they still faced infertility issues, and so their journey began. It would entail years of different fertility treatments, tests, and disappointments.
I guess the hardest part was I know how much, pain and struggling it was for Dahlia, and it was as much as she wanted children, and she probably would have wanted children from day one. Here it was, I was the one delaying her from having the children.
Through determination and despite false hopes, Dahlia and Charles were able to conceive.
After waiting the whole day, I finally get this great phone call, and it was the phone call that I've been waiting for, and they just said, Dahlia, you're pregnant.
However, they soon found that struggling to get pregnant was just the first part of the battle. Dahlia, like many other women being treated for infertility, suffered a series of miscarriages, including twins.
Here I've had 7 years of losses and losses and losses, and all I want is a wonderful family.
In addition to the physical side of infertility, there is also an emotional side that needs to be addressed as well.
And I'm not sure what I'll gain at the end of this. If it's not a child, I think I'll gain some inner feelings. I thought at first that it had kind of put a wedge between my husband and I because we were so stressed out. But I actually think we've actually become closer.
Really, a lot of providers come to meetings and speak.
Peer support groups can help couples throughout the entire infertility process. Elise Linder is an active member of one of the groups known as Resolve.
Resolve is a national organization that provides support to couples going through infertility. There are many resources available to couples, and there are group counseling, peer support, helpline services, as well as advocacy opportunities. And couples like Dahlia and Charles come to Resolve looking for information, looking for support.
For some couples, the future is uncertain. But for others, like Dahlia and Charles, the journey is complete. Their struggles and hard work have resulted in 2 beautiful boys, Adam and Ivan.
The joys that each one of them added to our life and everyone around us. And I take them everywhere and people just look at the baby and they're just, it just makes us, brings a smile. I love it.